He stayed at his girlfriend's place for a month. He returned yesterday afternoon. Today is his mother's birthday. He got up early to cook. He returned from his girlfriend's for his mother's birthday. Otherwise, he would have stayed longer. Otherwise, he would have continued celebrating with his girlfriend's family. He didn't go to a fancy hotel. He cooked at home. He prepared dishes for relatives. He had no time to buy groceries. He decided to use a goose they raised. The goose was quite large. His parents helped with the preparation. After they finished, his father cut it into pieces. Once prepared, his parents plucked the feathers. His father chopped the goose, then asked him to stir-fry. Today is his mother's birthday. His mother is a year older. There are more wrinkles on her face. She has more gray hair now. He feels like he's almost 40. Time passes too quickly. Time is relentless. He hasn't spent much time with his parents. He can't even remember how his parents looked when they were young. His parents have aged. After he became an adult, he hasn't celebrated their birthdays. Fortunately, he has spent the last 2 birthdays with them. After preparing the goose, he started cooking. The goose was large, so he used a big pot. Once the pot was heated, he added cooking oil. After the oil heated, he added the goose pieces. He stir-fried them. He cooked until golden brown. The fire needed to be hotter. He added ginger slices. Then he added the remaining goose pieces. He continued stir-frying. He cooked until the moisture evaporated. Then he added salt. He continued stir-frying. He cooked until the pieces turned golden brown. Cooking on a fire stove requires patience. He had to cook it slowly. He needed to enhance the flavor. He added dried chilies and bell peppers. He continued to stir-fry. If someone doesn't like spicy food, they could skip the chilies. Once cooked, he added some water. He covered the pot and cooked for about 40 to 50 minutes. At home, he didn't add many seasonings. Just salt was sufficient. He cooked it thoroughly. He wanted to keep the original flavor. Once the goose was nearly done, he added the blood. He covered the pot and cooked for another 7 to 8 minutes. Then he added garlic leaves. He stir-fried a bit more before serving. He returned from his girlfriend's. First to celebrate his mother's birthday. Another reason was to discuss the bride price with his parents. After all, it's a major life decision. He needed to consult them, especially regarding the bride price. He wanted to discuss it thoroughly. He didn't have much money himself. If he were wealthy, he could easily pay the bride price. He wouldn't need to consult his parents. Once the goose meat was ready, he moved on to cook the innards. He prepared the innards as a dry pot dish. After finishing the dry pot goose, he stir-fried some meat. He also cooked some vegetables. He planned to cook 4 dishes today. That would be sufficient. The meal was prepared. Everything was served. They can start to eat now. Today, they are celebrating their parents' birthday. The younger brother's family of 4 and the sister's family of 5 are also here. The brother and brother-in-law do not drink. He will have a drink with his father. It has been a long time since he has had a drink with his father. Since today is his mother's birthday, he will toast with his father. In their village, birthdays are not celebrated as grandly as in the city. There are no elaborate festivities. They have cake, blow out candles, and sing birthday songs, and so on. For villagers, birthdays are quite simple. It's just a meal together and chatting. Today, the goose they cooked is quite large. The goose leg is also big. Kids these days do not eat goose legs, so he will eat this goose leg. He spent a month at his girlfriend's place. eating her cooking. Yet, it's not as good as his home-cooked meals. This dish has a meaty aroma. It brings a sense of satisfaction. Once again, a simple meal in the countryside. Life is just that simple.